Installing a 12-strand fiber optic cable involves several factors that affect the overall labor cost. These factors include location, distinguishing between union and non-union labor, the level of experience of the installer, the number of strands and fiber type, and the cable length, along with the difficulty of the installation. Location is a crucial determinant, as labor costs vary significantly depending on geographic area due to differences in living costs and market rates. Union versus non-union labor impacts the hourly rates, with union labor typically commanding higher wages due to collective bargaining agreements and standardized pay scales. The level of experience of the installer is another key factor. More experienced technicians can complete the job faster and with fewer errors, potentially reducing overall labor hours, while less experienced installers may require more time and supervision. The number of strands and fiber type influences the complexity of the installation. Higher strand counts and specialized fiber types may necessitate more intricate handling and termination procedures, affecting labor time. Finally, the cable length and installation difficulty directly correlate with labor hours. Longer cable runs in challenging environments such as underground or aerial installations demand more time and resources. Approximate labor cost ranges can vary widely. For union labor, hourly rates can range from $200 to $400. This reflects the higher wages and benefits associated with union membership. Non-union labor typically costs less, with hourly rates ranging from $100 to $250. To illustrate an example labor cost, consider a scenario involving a non-union electrician with 5 years of experience. The task is to install a 12-strand single-mode fiber optic cable in an existing building with moderate difficulty. In this case, the labor cost might be approximately $150 to $200 per hour. Additional considerations to keep in mind include the fact that labor costs can increase significantly for underground or aerial installations. These types of installations involve more complex procedures, specialized equipment, and additional safety measures. Splicing and termination of fiber optic cables require specialized skills and can add to the labor cost. These tasks demand precision and expertise to ensure proper signal transmission. Permitting and inspection fees may also apply, depending on local regulations and the scope of the project. To obtain an accurate labor cost estimate, it is always recommended to contact a qualified electrician or fiber optic contractor in your specific location. Getting a personalized quote that considers the unique aspects of your project is essential for accurate budgeting. When evaluating a fiber optic installation, consider the following aspects. Firstly, route planning and preparation are critical. The path the fiber optic cable will take significantly impacts labor. A straightforward route with easy access points minimizes labor hours. Complex routes involving multiple turns, obstacles, or confined spaces increase labor due to the added time and effort required to navigate these challenges. Secondly, cable pulling and placement must be considered. The method used to pull and place the fiber optic cable affects both time and material costs. Manual pulling is suitable for shorter distances and simpler routes, while powered cable pullers are necessary for longer runs and more difficult installations. Proper cable placement techniques, such as avoiding sharp bends and securing the cable at regular intervals, are crucial to prevent damage and ensure long-term performance. Thirdly, splicing and termination are key. Splicing and termination are essential steps to connect the fiber optic cable to equipment. Splicing involves joining two fiber optic cables together, while termination involves attaching connectors to the ends of the cable. Both processes require specialized tools and expertise. Common splicing methods include fusion splicing, which uses heat to fuse the fibers together, and mechanical splicing, which uses mechanical connectors to align the fibers. Termination involves attaching connectors such as LC, SC, or ST connectors to the fiber ends. Fourthly, testing and certification should be performed. After installation, thorough testing and certification are necessary to ensure the fiber optic cable meets performance specifications. Optical time domain reflectometers, or OTTers, are used to measure the characteristics of the fiber optic cable, such as attenuation, splice loss, and cable length. Certification involves verifying that the installation complies with industry standards and regulations. This step is crucial for ensuring the reliability and performance of the network. Fifthly, documentation and labeling are important. Proper documentation and labeling are essential for future maintenance and troubleshooting. Detailed records of the cable route, splicing locations, and test results should be maintained. Cables and connectors should be clearly labeled to facilitate identification and prevent errors during maintenance. Sixthly, site conditions matter. The environment in which the fiber optic cable is installed can significantly affect labor costs. Installations in harsh environments such as those with extreme temperatures, high humidity, or exposure to chemicals may require additional protective measures and specialized equipment. Confined spaces such as attics, basements, or underground vaults can also increase labor costs due to the limited access and maneuverability. Furthermore, consider union versus non-union labor. Union labor typically involves a more structured and standardized approach to installation. Union electricians and technicians undergo extensive training and adhere to strict quality control standards. While union labor rates are generally higher, the quality and reliability of the work may justify the additional cost. Non-union labor can be more flexible and cost-effective, but it is important to carefully vet the qualifications and experience of the installers to ensure they meet the required standards. Next, experience and expertise should be evaluated. The level of experience and expertise of the installers is a critical factor in determining labor costs and the overall quality of the installation. Experienced technicians can complete the job faster and with fewer errors, potentially reducing overall labor hours. They also have a better understanding of industry best practices and can anticipate potential problems before they arise. It is important to verify the credentials and certifications of the installers to ensure they have the necessary skills and knowledge. Another item to consider is the project scope and complexity. The scope and complexity of the fiber optic installation project can significantly affect labor costs. Larger projects involving extensive cable runs, multiple splicing locations, and complex network configurations will require more labor hours. Projects that involve integrating the fiber optic cable with existing infrastructure or other systems may also require additional expertise and coordination. And consider these additional costs. In addition to the hourly labor rates, there may be other costs associated with the installation, such as travel expenses, equipment rental, and material cost. Travel expenses can include mileage, accommodation, and meals for the installers. Equipment rental may be necessary for specialized tools such as cable pullers, otters, and fusion splicers. Material costs can include the fiber optic cable, connectors, patch panels, and other hardware. To plan effectively for a fiber optic installation, let's look at a few things to consider. Firstly, planning and preparation are crucial. Before starting the installation, it is essential to develop a detailed plan that outlines the cable route, splicing locations, and equipment requirements. This plan should be based on a thorough site survey and should take into account any potential obstacles or challenges. Proper planning can help to minimize errors and delays, reducing overall labor costs. Secondly, materials management should be considered. Effective materials management is essential to ensure that all the necessary materials are available when needed. This involves ordering materials in advance, tracking inventory levels, and organizing materials on the job site. Proper materials management can help to prevent delays and reduce the risk of material shortages. Thirdly, safety precautions should be put in place. Safety should always be a top priority during fiber optic installation. This involves providing installers with the necessary personal protective equipment, or PPE, such as safety glasses, gloves, and hard hats. It also involves implementing safe work practices, such as using proper lifting techniques and avoiding electrical hazards. By prioritizing safety, you can minimize the risk of accidents and injuries. And of course, comply with industry standards and regulations. Fiber optic installation must comply with all applicable industry standards and regulations. These standards and regulations cover various aspects of the installation, such as cable routing, splicing, termination, and testing. Compliance with these standards and regulations is essential to ensure the safety and reliability of the network. An important aspect of fiber optic installation is the selection of appropriate cable types. There are several types of fiber optic cables available, each with its own unique characteristics and applications. Single-mode fiber is designed for long-distance transmission, while multi-mode fiber is suitable for shorter distances. Armored cable is designed to withstand harsh environments, while plenum cable is designed for use in air ducts and other plenum spaces. The choice of cable type should be based on the specific requirements of the project. Another consideration is the choice of connectors. There are several types of connectors available, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. LC connectors are small and compact, making them ideal for high-density applications. SC connectors are larger and more robust, making them suitable for more demanding environments. ST connectors are older and less common, but they are still used in some applications. The choice of connector should be based on the specific requirements of the equipment and the network. Fusion splicing is a widely used technique for joining two fiber optic cables together. It involves using heat to fuse the fibers together, creating a permanent and low-loss connection. Fusion splicing requires specialized equipment and expertise, but it provides the highest quality and most reliable connection. Mechanical splicing is an alternative technique that uses mechanical connectors to align the fibers. Mechanical splicing is faster and easier than fusion splicing, but it may not provide the same level of performance. Testing and certification are critical steps in the fiber optic installation process. Testing involves using specialized equipment to measure the characteristics of the fiber optic cable, such as attenuation, splice loss, and cable length. Certification involves verifying that the installation complies with industry standards and regulations. Testing and certification are essential to ensure the reliability and performance of the network. Maintenance and troubleshooting are ongoing tasks that are necessary to keep the fiber optic network running smoothly. Maintenance involves inspecting the cables and connectors for damage, cleaning the connectors, and retesting the cables. Troubleshooting involves identifying and resolving any problems that may arise, such as cable breaks, connector failures, or equipment malfunctions. In conclusion, several elements affect the labor cost of installing a 12-strand fiber optic cable. These elements include location, union versus non-union labor, level of experience, number of strands, fiber type, cable length, and installation difficulty. Also, other considerations such as the need for splicing and termination, costs for underground or aerial installation, and permitting and inspection fees can also play a role. You should always contact a qualified electrician or fiber optic contractor in your specific location to obtain an accurate labor cost estimate that considers the unique aspects of your project.